What's happening, YouTube? Welcome to the Mr. Winslaw channel. I am Mr. Winslaw, your host, and today we're going to be discussing a topic of utmost importance, which deals primarily with education in the USA. So without any further ado, let's get started, shall we? At present, there is a massive Catch-22 taking place on American soil as we speak. What is this Catch-22, Mr. Winslaw? What is this no-win scenario that you insist is taking place on U.S. soil? This no-win scenario is one that entails our education. We have seen examples of people with education that are working jobs that have nothing to do with their particular education. Case in point, the PhD that is working as a leaf blower, the bachelor who is working as a dishwasher, the master's person who is working as a trash compactor. Whatever the case may be, they are clearly working jobs that have nothing to do with their field of study. Furthermore, they are working these jobs because they can't find anything else. Now, I know that there are going to be some of you out there that are going to say, well, Mr. Winslaw, you just have to understand things are different now than when you were going to school. Nowadays, it's not what you know, but who you know. Some of you are going to say, Mr. Winslaw, those people just didn't apply themselves. And I know some of you are going to say that, well, Mr. Win, there is a such thing as common sense, and the world is driven by common sense now and not book sense. What a load of bullshit that is. Telling me that has shown me that you have obviously fucked and fooled yourself into believing what you're saying. How dare you say something like that to me? First and foremost, education is the key. Knowledge is power. We can see this every time 911 is called. Because every time 911 is called, an emergency situation has come up that we cannot handle, and we are relying upon the technical expertise, i.e. the knowledge achieved through education, that a person can use to save the day. We need educated people. Yes, we do. There is simply no other way around it. You want to affiliate yourself with an educated person. Affiliating yourself with an uneducated person is going to give you results that are substandard 100 out of 100 times. What can be done to stem the tide, Mr. Winslaw? We know what the problem is, but what is the solution? The solution comes in two parts. The first part deals with the government levying heavy taxes against those companies that are hiring overseas. Case in point, if there is a shoe company or even a donut company that is based here on American soil, was even founded on American soil, but is outsourcing jobs overseas, yet still tries to sell the product to American citizens, then that company should be number one on the government's radar to be taxed unmercifully. The only thing that will save that company from losing its very monetary mind would be if that company hired American citizens and would make it a point to continue hiring American citizens. That's number one. Number two, if we were to have an economy that would reward the educational level as opposed to rewarding the non-educated level. Case in point, a person who has a high school diploma will receive the money indicative of a high school diploma. A person who has a bachelor's degree will receive the money indicative of a bachelor's degree, master's degree, PhD, and so on. These are two examples of solutions that can be implemented that will stem the tide of this wake of ruin that the United States is presently on. In closing, YouTube community, do understand me when I say that education is the key, knowledge is power. We must use the knowledge we have to affiliate ourselves with people who are knowledgeable. We need to have a mind that is solution driven as opposed to one that will not even recognize or reward a solution driven mind, i.e. an educated mind. From the Mr. Winslaw Studios, Peace.